Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're cracking open a really fascinating textbook chapter that completely shifts the paradigm on a super popular subject. We're going to be breaking down Unit 6, titled Yoga for Holistic Development. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this because we're exploring yoga not just as a quick physical workout, which, let's be honest, is how it's usually packaged these days, but as a comprehensive, ancient system designed for your complete holistic development. We are talking about harmonizing your physical health, your mental well-being, your emotional balance, and your social interactions all at the exact same time.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll start with the true meaning of yoga, then look at setting up your practice. Next, we'll cover the golden rules for life, dive deep into exploring the inner layers, and finally, tie it all together with achieving holistic development.
Section 1. The true meaning of yoga. You know, if you just scroll through social media, you'd probably think yoga is merely about doing complex acrobatics in trendy athletic gear. But this chapter asks us to look so much deeper. The word yoga actually comes from the ancient Sanskrit root yuj. And what's really interesting here is that this is the exact same root that gives us the English word yoke. It literally means to join, to unite, or to integrate. So this isn't just about joining your hands or your feet together, it's a profound union of the body, the mind, and the inner self. It's all about bringing balance, harmony, and a deep sense of oneness, not only within ourselves, but with the entire world around us.
When we practice this kind of deep integration regularly, it leads to direct, highly tangible outcomes: a stronger physical body, a much calmer mind, and far more balanced emotions. And why does this actually matter? Well, because this inner harmony doesn't just stay trapped on your yoga mat. It actively equips us to become better friends, more responsible family members, and better citizens who can actually handle life's inevitable curveballs with true balance and focus.
Section 2. Setting up your practice. Any meaningful journey requires a solid, structured beginning, right? You can't exactly just flop down in your gym clothes, close your eyes, and expect instant enlightenment. You have to prepare the vessel, your physical body, and your immediate environment. The text provides a brilliantly grounded physical sequence for this. Step 1. You sit comfortably in Sukhasana, which is just a simple cross-legged pose, making sure to keep the spine straight. Step 2. You place your hands in Chin Mudra, a specific gesture that really helps focus the mind. Step 3 involves observing your breath and gently chanting Om as you exhale. And finally, Step 4. You rub your palms together to create some warmth and place them right over your closed eyes. It is a highly intentional, structured way to tell your nervous system, hey, it is time to shift gears. The practice of Namaskara Mudra, where the palms are pressed firmly together at the center of the chest, is a perfect representation of transitioning from that physical setup into the mental space required for the practice. It's a profound gesture of respect, of centering, and of preparation for the chanting that follows. It physically joins the left and right sides of the body, completely mirroring that internal union we were just talking about.
And this leads us perfectly into a beautiful traditional prayer provided in the chapter. It goes Om Saha Navavatu, Saha no Bunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahai, Tejasvin Navaditamastu Ma Vidvisavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is an ancient invocation basically asking for mutual protection, nourishment, and energy for both the teacher and the student. It's a prayer that their study together be brilliant and that there be absolutely no hostility between them. It ends by wishing for peace. Grounding the practice in this traditional root reminds us that we're participating in a lineage of wisdom that stretches back literally thousands of years.
Section 3. Golden Rules for Life. So now we're shifting from the setup of the body to the ethical foundation of the mind. The text makes it incredibly clear that yoga isn't just about what you do in isolation. It actually has external rules that govern our behavior with others. These 5 yamas are not just harsh, rigid restrictions. They're golden rules for harmonious relationships. We have ahimsa, which is kindness to all living beings, satya, honesty, asteya, not taking from others, brahmacharya, self-control, and aparigraha, letting go of greed. Honestly, holding on to these rules in modern society might actually be harder than holding a headstand. But just imagine how our world would shift if we all applied them.
Once that rock-solid ethical foundation is set, the practitioner is finally ready to explore dynamic physical movements. This includes Sukshma Vyayama, which are subtle joint movements, and the physical postures known as asanas. Basically, once you've regulated your interactions with the outside world, you prepare the physical body for the much deeper internal work that's about to come.
Section 4. Exploring the inner layers. All right, so we've looked at the external rules and we've got the physical body down. Now the chapter guides us into the absolute deepest internal layers of our being. The text gives us this wonderfully relatable metaphor for a concept called Panchakosha meditation. Think about a house. A house has different physical spaces, right? A living room for gathering, a kitchen for nourishment, a bedroom for rest. Well, just like that house, our bodies have different internal layers, known as koshas. Panchakosha meditation is essentially an inner journey, walking through the rooms of our own being, from the physical body room to the energy room, the mental room, the wisdom room, all the way to the room of pure bliss. It takes a highly abstract concept and makes it incredibly easy to grasp.
But here's the catch. The text reminds us that to take this deep inner journey, we have to start at our physical baseline all over again. The instruction returns to sitting comfortably in Sukhasana with the head, neck, and spine in a perfectly straight line. Exploring these deep psychological and spiritual layers isn't some chaotic free-for-all process. It is completely reliant on a relaxed, properly aligned physical body. Think about it. You literally cannot safely explore the inner rooms of the house if the physical foundation of the house is shaking.
Section 5. Achieving Holistic Development. This is the moment where the whole shebang comes together. The true meaning of the word, the physical setup, the ethical rules, and the deep meditation. Because we're explaining a curriculum text, it actually provides a grading rubric which I just find so fascinating. It shows that understanding holistic development isn't just a vague, mystical idea, it's an actionable, completely measurable goal for students. To score 4 points, or excellent, a student has to demonstrate a deep, detailed understanding of the koshas and clearly connect those physical practices back to the inner layers. If they struggle with the concepts or failed to connect the physical to the mental, they score lower. It's definitive proof that the physical and the philosophical are meant to be learned as one completely integrated system.
To ensure this knowledge doesn't just stay trapped inside a textbook, the chapter suggests direct, actionable activities to connect these teachings right into everyday life. It advises keeping a gratitude journal and listing 5 things you are grateful for daily, which is a brilliant, practical exercise in that ethical rule of letting go of greed. It also encourages students to understand community rituals and deeply respect the earth, noting that things like harvest festivals are actually celebrations of a living planet. It's taking yoga off the mat and bringing it directly into the community.
So as we wrap up this explainer, we've learned all about the ethical rules, the yamas, and those inner layers, the koshas. I want to leave you with a direct question based on this amazing text. How will you apply just one of those yamas, like kindness or honesty? Or how will you actively nurture just one of your inner layers today? Don't let this just be information on a screen. Take this knowledge, step into your day, and start building your very own holistic development. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.